Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy, Such a Yo, a.k.a. Coach Bird, and I'm the host of the BYRDCAGE show. Cousin Tracy?
What's up?
We are back at it, episode 84. As you see, we have a do we call him special guest anymore?
You gotta still say that. Yeah,
okay.
It's like this is the first time.
He's real special
It's the
now.
first time.
No, he's real special now.
I'm making history.
You know what I'm saying? Yo.
Yes, he is.
And listen to this.
He's special with a cherry on top now.
I just thought about this. This guy is like the king of the first. He was on my first episode. He was the first guest that I had. The first time we took the cage outside of the cage was at his function. I believe him and Briggs was the first duo of guests we had on the show, you know what I'm saying? And now he's the first guest of 2023, you know what I'm saying? So if you don't know who I'm talking about my boy, my friend, the one and only coach, Antoine Miller. What's up, bro?
What's up, man? I appreciate being on for the 27th time.
Because every time we let you go away and you create more content and more information, like you're growing. You're growing fast. So we're like, yo, he was doing this, but now he's doing that. Yo, we gotta bring it back on.
Gotta tap in.
Gotta bring it back on.
I mean, thank you. But with saying that, I want to revert that right back to you guys. Like, I'm a person that I'm 36. Like, I don't really have time to be around people that's not trying to grow, right? Because that's how I feel. It's like, why are we here if we're not trying to evolve, right? And if you're not, go over there somewhere in the corner, right? So I look at y'all even as personally, like, people don't know half the things like Tracy went through, like, in her life. You know, and she could have quit a million times, but she chose not to. And seeing her evolve into the person that she is and still fighting daily and still trying to put out to the rest of the world just good energy and not keeping that selfishly for herself, like, it's so refreshing to see. And Bird, like, I know you, bro. You a comfortable dude. Like, you like things just like the way that they are, and it pulls you out of that comfort zone. You never really like doing that. But with your evolution as a person, like with your health, like you looking great, like what you got a production, bro. Like, no, honestly, like this is a production that you have, right? You evolving with this podcast. You trying to do something every single day to make it better and better and better. And it's like, y'all might say what y'all say about me, but for me, that motivates me to, just want to keep doing better and better and better in what I'm doing. Like, we all need that. Like, we all need to feed off of each other, so anytime I could come on the show, I'm really happy to be here. Because, man, y'all doing it, man. Y'all doing it. It's great to see.
Appreciate it. And he sparked the seed for all of this. So it just comes back around full circle. You know what I'm saying? Full circle. Now let's talk about what we bringing Antoine on for. You know what I'm saying? I was thinking the other day when Antoine, when I was thinking about this topic, and I was thinking about when I took over Pennsauken, they weren't in the best way, so we had to rebuild a little bit, and they might not think I did a good job, but I think I did a decent job there. Same thing when I was at Canada High, they was 8-18. Right. Before I took over, and we had some success there.
But the crazy part about it is, real quick, people forget that.
Yeah, all the time.
When it takes, when it takes,
all the time.
Everybody wants to try to say they were still in the stand in the gym. They wasn't in that gym when it tanked. But yeah,
you know what I'm saying. But we'll say that for another episode. You know what I'm saying. And then my man, a lot of you know, but for those that don't know, when I got the West Tech job, he came out there with me, and we had to rebuild there. So I say all that to say, my man is the head coach at KIPP High School here in Camden, New Jersey. And he had to start the program. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I look at what I did as far as rebuilding, at least when I got there, it had walls and windows and things like that. Yeah. My man had to go clear the forest, get the trees out the way.
Listen, if ever there was he got it from the mud.
Yes,
it should be Antoine's picture.
Exactly. So let's just start there. How was that? Just even starting this situation, because last year y'all had JV only, and this year is y'all first year, as a varsity program. But how was that? Let's talk about that a little bit.
Man, It's one thing to start a program, but it's another thing to start a program in the city of Camden because of, like the monster in the room. It's just, this is a basketball town, but it's a Camden High basketball town, right? So from the rip, you like the little bad cousins that nobody really want to be bothered with.
Got you.
I remember I was I was talking to Sadiqa about AAU Camden Elite, but I thought she was asking me about Kip. She was like, I don't want to hear about them country Camden kids. But that's and I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. But starting out, man, it's just like you gotta be everything. Like you gotta be the janitor, you gotta be the dad, you gotta be the role model, you gotta be the teacher, you gotta all you have is yourself, right? But and I know it sounds like a lot and it's not really sexy to get in the mud and do those things, but in all honesty, I really mean is I wouldn't have it no other way.
Okay.
Because it's totally 100% what you want.
Right.
You can go to places where you might have ADs, you might have a administration, you might have all these things where they giving you the head coaching job, but they still want things done a certain way, right? And you got to abide by the certain rules. I don't have that problem, right? Like I got total autonomy on what I want, and now it's just doing the actual work. So just going through the pitfalls of that with kids and people. I don't even want to say kids because kids are an extension of parents, and that's another thing that we gotta touch on.
Definitely.
With the just fighting you on what you want to do and what you know is right. They're so accustomed for whatever reason, wherever they came from, that basketball should be a certain way for whatever reason. That they want to fight you initially, and all you have as a coach, which is also kind of frustrating, is your words, right? We live in a society where it's actionable steps that dictates if someone will change or not, right? Kids got to see things in action, right? So that's why we got to go through our pitfalls and things like that. But overall, I really wouldn't want it no other way. It's just being consistent. It's being brutally honest. Like I believe in brutal honesty. Like I don't have time to lie to a kid or a parent.
I've seen that in action.
and I really hold that dear to my. I don't have time because we don't have time. We don't have time as communities. These kids don't have time. You don't have time as a parent for me to sugarcoat anything, right? And let's do this work. And I think overall, with everything that I'm saying, you have to have maximum confidence in yourself.
Right.
Well, I don't think you lack that. Knowing you as a person, Antoine, you don't lack confidence.
You cannot do this without it because you're really literally alone.
Right.
Like you're alone. Like you come in here, who is this guy that's saying that we got to do things this way? Who are you? Like we already Kip. No one is expecting y'all to do anything. Right. So everybody subconsciously, the kids, they coming into the gym like, I'm going to come here and do what I want because it ain't Camden High. It's not East Side. Right. I'm going to come in here and do what I want. Nah. Parents, the same way. Like I was talking to Coach Orlando. He blessed us coming to a game, and he was like, and I didn't even know this was happening because I'm in the game. He's like, why is it kids shooting on y'all court at halftime? You'll never see that at a Camden High game and things like that.
Yeah, true.
And these are the type of things I gotta worry about. I shouldn't be having to worry about that.
Right.
But it's like that in the beginning. So everybody try to skate by. So just wrapping it up, like you have to have maximum confidence because everybody is gonna keep trying to throw darts at you.
Right.
And see if you break.
Right.
Whatever like that. So it's a lot. It's a lot, but I don't mind it because I look at and building a program, you only got to do this once. And you'll never have to do it again.
True.
You only got to go through this once.
True.
It's hell going through it.
Right.
It's hell.
But listen,
it's only once.
You're starting to see the fruits of your labor.
Yeah, we're doing all right. Yeah. We're doing all right. I mean, yeah, I try to be as modest as possible with it, but I mean, we're doing all right. See, here's the thing, like kids are still kids, right? We put kids into this category. They might be a bad kid. They might be an arrogant kid. They might be a hard-headed kid. You want to give kids all these type of terms, right? And we're like, man, that kid is uncoachable. No, that's not true. Kids out there, for the most part, they want to be coached. They want to be loved. They want you to do the right thing by them. It's these parents.
Right. And, I say that all the time with working around kids. I said, the crazy part about it is the reason why a lot of kids like coming to school is because school has structure, discipline, and love. And every kid wants that. Every kid strives for that, right? And that's why if you look at the history of some of your better athletes that come from broken situations or broken issues, they said they loved going to football practice or loved going to basketball practice because they got structure, love, and discipline, and sometimes a meal, right? And I'm talking about some of your top-notch NFL, NBA players that come from crazy situations. Kids only strive for to be loved, disciplined, and structure, right? And that's what a coach does. And you're right, it be the parents, because they with you for the 3-4 hours, you putting this in them, they go home and mom, dad ain't, the discipline done went smooth out the window.
Right.
Oh my God.
And that's why a lot of kids like coming to school, like being involved in sports, and like being involved in extracurricular activities, because they get that feeling of love, discipline, and structure.
True.
I want to say this, and I want y'all to expand on this, how y'all feel. So, mentors, teachers, coaches, anybody in them leadership roles for kids, we are paying the price currently for parents' just lack of raising their kids the right way. We are taking that burden and that consequence for whatever they lack currently. Yes, I said that.
I think it's weird, and I say this all the time, and people hate when I say it. We're dealing with the results of the gentle parenting.
I don't know what you call it, but it's wrong. It's wrong. They want to quote unquote chastise us or hold us accountable for things that this has nothing to do with. We're actually trying to help your daughter and your son.
Right.
And you want to come at us for what you did this.
Right.
I don't.
You did this.
I don't raise my voice at my child, and my child doesn't. I just they let me know how they feel, and it's gentle parenting. I yelled at mine, and they all doing well.
They doing great.
And guess what? I put them in a lot of timeouts.
A parent told me, you hold my son too accountable. What?
That's crazy.
I said, your son might need to transfer if you feel that way.
And it's starting to trickle down to the fact that there's no accountability for these kids anywhere. Like I remember, this is old school, but I remember like I did something goofy, right? I missed curfew. I got my license like right during the height of basketball season, December 12th, some 3rd or some stuff. So I missed curfew like the first week I got my car. I was like 15 minutes late. I got my car taken. I thought that was it, right? Shit. They called Jenkins, told Jenkins to let E know that I couldn't start in the game. What? Me missing 10 minutes late for curfew got to do with we all in this
accountability.
Together.
Yep.
Since you can't follow my rules, you don't deserve. Because see, what people forget is being an athlete isn't your right. It's a privilege. And if you mess up, you shouldn't deserve to be sitting on that bench or walking on that field of court. But it's crazy because you got a kid that'll get in trouble in school and the parent think they supposed to play.
I got stories, bro. I don't know how long we got. This is a short time frame. It's been a couple months in our first varsity season. I got 12 stories already for everything that you're saying.
And it's sad because if we don't start holding these young people accountable now, we're gonna have unaccountable adults.
The cycle's just gonna continue.
And then they're gonna have kids, and guess what's gonna happen? Because you'll still be mentoring because we'll be retired, and then you'll get the kids of the kids that was unaccountable. The kids of the kids.
It's really a shame. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just crazy. And to your point too, cousin. Like I'm starting to see it as far as like in school, kids not being held accountable for anything. What? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, okay, we have rules in place. Kid breaks that rule, but it's like, nah, don't worry about it on this one.
Suspend?
Like, yeah, that's what
it's
I'm like.
It's a black eye on us as a school.
Yeah,
you cannot suspend because the state will get the record.
Yeah, that's.
We suspended 10 kids in the
one school year. Don't go into that conversation.
What'd you say? That's a whole nother show.
Next question, man. Next question, man. Next question.
That's a whole nother show.
Next question. I'm telling you.
Now, with that being said, talking about the parents here and whatnot, their role. How are you making out getting them to buy in? I mean, I know, of course, you're gonna have the parents that. Are
first off,
that
we're
talking about
parents that think their child is a little bit better than maybe he actually or she actually is.
We talk about that all the time.
We get those parents that think that their child is like
how do you
4 or 5 star when they're actually like 2.5.
Right, if that. How do you go about trying to like have that relationship with the parents? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, like, the buy-in part, I'm not trying to get them to buy in. I think. In return, they buy in.
Okay, I got you.
If that makes sense, like I'm telling them if you want your son to be the best version of themselves that they possibly can, this is the place for you. If you don't, this is not the place for you. If you as a parent and you as a kid are looking for shortcuts, you in the wrong place.
Got you.
It's really that simple. I do respect every parent and go to them and try to build a rapport with them from the start and try to keep them involved with everything that we're doing and try to do this as a collective. Because I'm sitting here listening to you, Tracy, talk about, and you was talking about that was a community that held you accountable. That wasn't just one person when you did what's wrong, right? And I think that's the part that's really missing. I think we show a surface level of a community in the city, but how much is it really a community around what's going on in the city?
There's a breakdown in the village.
Right.
It's a total breakdown. I think we're doing things for like a commercial type of thing to make it seem like it's really a community, but I don't see it. Right. And I think that it got to be built somewhere. And that's what I'm doing at KIT. And it's not for everybody.
Right.
What we're doing. I don't want it to be for everybody. I want dogs. I want people that's going to swing and miss and be okay with that.
Right.
I want parents that know that I got your best intentions. The same parent that said I'm holding her son to accountable, and she said I'm too loud. Like I'm a really boisterous coach. But my response is always, did I ever touch his son in a negative way? Did I ever degrade your son in a negative way? Did you ever see me trying to bully your son? She said no. So what is the problem? I don't really understand. This is a young black man that's going to have to be on his own eventually in this world. Like, make it make sense to me, Mom. I don't get it. And that's why I said what I said. I said, if you feel that way, you need to transfer your son. He don't need to be here if you feel that way. I love it.
So the question is he still there?
Yeah, because honestly, it's not his fault.
No. I'm just saying. Because...
Well, no, because he gives no problems. It's her. Like, and it's still a tough thing because it makes it tougher for you to build a community. But I don't want to hold the kid accountable for an idiotic parent.
And no. What I'm saying is, did she pull him out? Clearly not.
I asked her this question. I said, does he like the school, like the team, and does he have a problem with me? She said he loves all of it. I think I literally walked away. I said, all right, the conversation done. I don't know what else to talk to you about. Right. But this is where these parents are mentally. It's just like they want everybody to do what they didn't do. In this small amount of time, you have 15, 16 years to mold this boy or this young girl into a productive citizen. And none of us are perfect, but you lack something and you want to force feed it on us that's actually trying to take out our time to pour into your kid. It doesn't make sense. So I mean, like, I don't mind having conversations with parents. I actually embrace it. Like, I love it. Because the reality is we got to teach them as much as we teaching the kids nowadays. Right. So, I mean, I don't know. That's the only real frustrating part about building a program is just like the parents that literally want to be stuck in their ways. From a personal, selfish standpoint, it's frustrating because I got to make sure I stay balanced and like knowing that my brain got to stay into an infancy stage. Like I can't layer practices. I can't put too much on the kids that I selfishly want to do.
Right, I got you.
Like I'm thinking like all the way down there, and they literally thinking about the present moment.
Got you.
So I got to make sure that I hold myself accountable and staying in that. They don't know how to walk.
Right.
They're babies that don't know how to walk.
Got you.
You know, so selfishly, I have to deal with that, but overall, it's an amazing experience from a personal standpoint too, because you go to an all-time level of patience that you never probably thought you can get to.
Got you.
We're building a program. Seriously, it's just like I don't want to have these conversations sometimes after when we lose. I don't want to have to pick up this kid all the time after we lose, or they do something that I just told them what was going to happen, and they still did it the other way. I don't want to do it, but I have to do it. Right.
Gotcha.
And it just brings a level of just growth.
For you, personal growth for you.
Oh my God, that you never thought that you can get to.
Could it be a little humbling too, as well?
Yeah. I think a lot of experience is humbling because it's not for us to know what these kids are going through, like, or to judge it. Like it's not. If it's a problem for a kid, then it's a problem, and that's why you're there. Right. I can't get stuck into just the actual basketball thing or wins and losses. As much as a competitor that I am, and as much as I want to win immediately, I cannot get stuck in that place. I have to worry about, did we get better today? We just lost a game to Clearview by 2. I could have won that game. Like I could have forced something, and I could have came up with a scheme, a gimmick scheme in order to actually win a game. But I think it was more important that they went through that adversity that we never saw this year. And I let them do it. And we probably lost a game because of it, but I'm okay with that because we just lost to Clearview in the summertime by 30.
Right. So now, and that was, it was crazy because I'm coaching middle school, right? And middle school 6.
I heard.
Middle school 6, 7, and 8, right? If I got 5th graders, I got a group of girls that's never bounced the ball before.
Yep.
I had my first 4 practices, because we didn't have many practices for the season started, right? Because of how things work. Spent trying to teach them how to dribble. Forgot to show them what the floor plan looked like what the nomenclature of the floor is, because I had this. They had to crawl. It wasn't even walking; it was crawling, right? So we losing. It's cool because I've watched certain 5th and 6th graders actually grow to start to really want to know basketball, right? So somebody said to me, how'd the game go? All I can say to the person was, it was a learning tool. That's all I got for you. This whole season is a learning tool, not only for them, but for me, because here I am again, like I was with Charter, starting from the ground. Right?
How you dealing with that, personally? Knowing the lineage that you came from, knowing your upbringing, knowing your surroundings growing up, how you dealing with that?
So I learned to deal with it because I'm looking at individually what I'm bringing out of each girl, right? I also looking at it differently because I learned something about a child that a teacher missed because she's with me in basketball. So now I'm able to give her help that will help her academically. So I learned now at this age, my purpose is to really, 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 what we talk about all the time is to change their lives with athletics. And I think I'm doing it this time. The hardest part is the accountability piece because I'm trying to explain to young girls, you can't yell, scream, fuss, cuss, argue back and forth in the hallways and expect not to pay the price in my gym. Because when I got you that hour and a half, I'm going to get you so tired that you ain't going to want to yell tomorrow at the girl, because you need to know that that's not what we're doing. You guys need to respect yourselves and respect your teammates, right? Because you represent all of that. So I realized, we losing, but we're learning while we're losing. I learned a lot about me because I was like, this is oh shit. First of all, I didn't want to coach no more. I said that from the rip. But then when it came up and the principal was like, just give me another year. Try to bring in a younger teacher that may want to be serious about, you know what I mean? You could pass the torch to. It's like, all right, I'm going to give you a year. But this is the year I got fifth graders.
Now, how many coaches you got working with you?
So I got one assistant coach and a volunteer parent who was a basketball. She actually plays professional flag football, this parent.
Okay. I think you did.
Yeah, so I have the two there, but I'm kind of just trying to help the young girl because she wants to coach, but to me, she's trying to be all the girls' friends, and she don't know how to, so I'm trying to teach her that like fine line. It's you can gain their trust without being on their level.
Right.
Plus, she a little hot head too. Like, I'm trying to get her to understand her role in the school as well as her role as a coach.
Gotcha.
Before I pass this torch. But it's humbling, especially when you got a granddaughter who crosses the half-court line and shoots a shot at the buzzer and it goes in.
Against y'all? It was against y'all?
And I said, who left her open? But I'm going to tell you my exact words, like, who fucking left her open? Like, why her? Like, but I can honestly say she didn't even look my way. She just walked off the court.
Because you saw it. She like, she saw it.
I'm saying that personally, I appreciate what you're doing. I'm telling you, it's different.
Yeah. And then the first game, right, I had parents talk about these coaches not doing their job.
Real quick, I know Bird probably ready to move. You got to tell me what happened from that. How did you respond to that, or did you respond at all?
I was going to respond, but then I realized I made a statement so all the parents can hear. Basketball ain't athletics and sports ain't when your kid is with me for the hour and a half. You as a parent gotta want to commit to getting your child the training and the knowledge they need as well.
100%.
So your child step in the gym or on the field, they should know something because you should have wanted, if they showed you some interest, you should have wanted to buy into what your child is interested in. Right? If your child want to go to dancing school, you buy them shoes, right? Your child says she want to be an athlete, whatever sport it is, you got to, come on, let's watch it.
Right.
Let me buy you a ball.
Right.
Let me try to find somewhere for you can go to learn so you can learn something. That ain't it. My job is to help them perfect their craft, right? And to put it in motion. But you got to come with some type of talent or some type of athleticism, right? You don't wake up the day, stretch yawn and say, oh yeah, I'm going to go be a basketball player and I'm going to be like Michael Jordan. You got to put in work. And there's no shortcuts to being great.
Not at all.
Takes time.
Not at all.
So all the parents, they don't bother me.
Not at all.
Because what your daughter do when she not
with me
for the hour,
right. And what you say? You said you like practice twice a week?
No, now I'm down to once.
Yeah, see, come on, man. Come on, parents, let's do better.
Supposed to work miracles.
You know what I'm saying?
In an hour and a half.
Supposed to work miracles. Supposed to work miracles.
With some kids that couldn't dribble.
I didn't know your name was Coach Jesus.
That was a good one.
You know what I'm saying? Sheesh. But now, hey, like you said earlier, Antoine, when you were talking, you know what I'm saying? Just Camden High is the big dog. Wilson, I guess, East Side, would be next in line. How are we getting these kids to come to KIP? Like, what's your pitch there?
You still got Mastery, and does Leap have a program still or no?
I think Leap still has it. Yeah. There's a lot of basketball teams in the city. So like, what are you doing to get your program to stand out, or you know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, I honestly think it alludes back to what I said. I think being myself is a great springboard for that because again, I don't know how many honest conversations people are having around the city with these kids. I don't know how much accountability is happening around the city with these kids. I don't know how much consistency is happening around with seeing these kids.
Right.
Like, I mean, I'm really good at what I do.
Facts.
Like, I mean, you put me with anybody. It's not even. I don't even want to relegate it to the Camden coaches. Like, I'm going to be better than all of them. Like, I honestly believe that. And that's why I leave open doors for parents, and I leave openings for you to question what I'm doing. I want you to question it because I want you to know 100% what's going on with your kids. You should have that right. Like I try not to. I try not to, I mean, I'm in the city, but I try not to worry about what they doing.
Right.
Honestly, like, honestly, you're aware of it, but I really think that I'm gonna always go back to the community portion. Like, I don't know what they're doing over there as far as community. I don't know. I know what we're. Go ahead.
I think your school, along with the other schools, give a space for those 5-star, 4-star to develop.
That's a good point. That's a good point. I'm glad you alluded to that, because that's what I was getting to. Like, the kids and the parents that's involved with my program right now, they don't even understand it, but they're the guinea pigs, about with everything that we're doing. Like, it is what it is. We live in a world where you need a resume.
Right.
And what I mean a resume is wins and losses. You need that, right? What you verbalize out your mouth, oh, he or she could sound smart, but what have they done? Right? Totally okay with that, right? But I have these group of kids that are actually staying committed, and I tell them that every single day. We are extremely young, but they are committed, and they're getting better and better and better every day. Another thing I told them after the Clearview loss, I was like, I don't care about our record in December or January.
Right.
I don't. I want to keep getting better by the time playoff come.
Facts.
And let's be the best that we could be by that time. And I don't have any seniors. I barely got juniors, right? Now the off season, and now let's just keep getting better. So now when you see that framework starting to build into play, and you see the wins start to accumulate, but you also see how tight we are, close-knit, I feel like those things take care of itself. I really do. As far as Canada High and Wilson, and then they doing a good job over there. Canada High, they built theirs for 70 years.
True. That's a good point.
So your first win was against
our first win
this year.
I don't know, STEM Civics. Like, that was a team out of Trent. Yeah, I don't even remember.
And then y'all beat Cherry Hill.
Yeah, a couple wins after that. We beat Cherry Hill East.
And then y'all just beat.
Who was the last team we beat? I think Lindenwold. Well, Salem canceled on us. But and that's another thing. Me and Bird was talking about that off air. It's just like, I understand this. My coaching staff get upset with it sometimes, and my AD get upset with it sometimes. Like, people really look at us like the little cousins that you don't want to. Teams are canceling on us. Teams are, I don't really want to get into it, but doing all these type of things where it just makes you feel like, oh, you a little dude.
They don't respect you.
Yeah.
They're not giving
but I really wouldn't want it any other way, because just like when I was at Pennsauken with Bird, I was a volunteer assistant.
Yeah, I forgot about that part.
Yeah. I'm there from 2 to 9 o'clock and not getting paid for anything, and I looked at as an actual coach when I was 26 years old. I said this prior on the show. I've been on 30-something, 40-something interviews to be a coach, not understanding what are y'all thinking, but it's a process. All these things are a process, and I'm embracing the process, So when it comes to them schools, great. I'm glad y'all doing what y'all doing. It's going to be a time where, the confidence that I have and the work that I put in is going to match my kids. And let's see now what y'all other two Canada schools. Let's see. I don't look at mastery. You call it what you want. I don't look at mastery. I don't put that in the category of anything.
Got you.
Or any other schools. Like, it'll be a time where Eastside and Canada and will be on an even playing field, and let's see if what y'all talk is matching up to matching up to the play on the court.
And that's one thing that you said too, that you got to embrace the process. You know what I'm saying? Because that just makes the achievement mean that much more when you embrace the process. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And again, I always got to allude back to you. It's just like, what if I was a head coach at 26? What if I wasn't behind you as an assistant throughout those years and I won fast?
Right.
What if that really happened?
But we come from a society where everything is microwave. we want everything fast. So I think that's why, people overlooked, I should say, when you was interviewing, because you didn't have like the wins and losses. So they kind of, because everybody want a coach to jump right in and want you to get a chip like your first year. I don't know why that is. I don't even know how they.
I mean, you just said it. This is the type of world we live in. Everything is put into this small box, and everybody also want to be on a wave too. You know what I'm saying? Especially with sports. Like again, it is what it is. Camden High is a wave. It's like a clothing brand right now. You know, everybody want to be a part of that this year because of everything that they got going on. But if you know anything about waves, it goes up and down, right? You're just going to jump on the next wave. To me, it doesn't make no sense. It's just no consistency in that. You know, like logically, it don't make sense. If you want to do that, do it. Me personally, I want to build something forever.
Right.
You know, that's straight.
Right.
I can actually kick my feet up and know that my coaches in the back is doing what we need to do. My seniors taking that freshman or that sophomore that's want to come in and try to finagle the system, and they already got it. You know, I know what I'm getting from my AD when I turn around. I know what I'm getting from my administration. I don't have to question anything. I don't have to micromanage everything like I got to do now because we still building.
Right.
That makes more. It's business to me.
Right.
It's a corporation to me.
Right.
You know, you only got to build it once.
Right.
And then it runs itself. But if you do try to win fast, like we at about 500 right now as far as our wins and losses, I can easily have 1 or 2 losses right now, honestly. But because I held this kid accountable, because I kicked this kid off the team, they were good players.
Right.
But it's not about that. Because you could have got me this win.
Right.
It's not about that.
Right.
I'm doing you a disservice if I don't hold you accountable right now. It's really that simple.
Right.
And sometimes that equates to us winning or losing.
Right.
I'm fine with that.
That's what's up.
So how's Camden Elite going?
I had to take a break. Because this is, man, I'm in that gym from 7 to 8.
Right.
Like I'm 12, 13-hour shifts a day because I have to do everything.
Right.
Like I have to do everything, you know. So I had to take a break with that for that purpose, and 2, me and you talked about this all the time, Tracy. It's just like people with this honestly this notion of not just want to pay.
Right. Yeah.
It's because it came to a point where all right, I'm really dishing out.
Right.
Everything money, and what I realized is because I was still trying to fight it for a second, but when I realized that was happening, like then I thought about, all right, well, if it is free for you and things like that, you're not going to take this as seriously either.
Right.
Parents and kids was just leaving, taking the uniform. They'll come to a game or two. I'll never see them again.
Wow.
Because we'll front this or whatever like that, and y'all don't have to pay for this.
Right.
You know, so how much investment do you really have? And I'm doing everything from the mud, right? So it's just like with your girls, they is the baby stages with every kid that come in the gym, but they all think they LeBron, and their parents think they LeBron. They got a chance to be LeBron, but they can't dribble without looking down at the ball.
Right.
It's insane, but they want the same results.
Right.
Y'all really don't understand what this is. So AAU is different from high school because it's just like you just have them more in high school, and you can really differentiate. Oh, if you really want to do this, we could put this in plan.
Right.
You got 3 hours a week for AAU. It's a 2 or 3 month season.
Right.
You know what I mean? It is what it is, really.
Right.
You know, so I'm revamping it and things like that, but I'm only one person, and it's like you know, I still got my show like that I gotta do, and it's just a lot.
You
like
got baby girl.
I got a daughter now. She gotta come first, and it's just like I can't. I'm just one person,
right?
You know, so
understood.
Yeah, and that's really what it is. I'm gonna get back to it, of course, but it's just I gotta manage what's the pecking order of what's most important at the time.
Now let me ask you this, because this is our boy. How's Coach Till? You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to my boy Till.
Man, listen,
how's he as an assistant?
Listen, man. it goes back to that community question, and you talking about competing with other teams from the area. Like a lot of my debates with parents is, I'm telling them, like, look, we got 5 black men in this building that is going to put your son on the right trajectory. Where's his? Do he got a dad? I say, do he got a dad at home?
Right.
He don't got no dad at home. His dad don't even care about him.
Right.
We got 5 black men that really is invested in your kid. You know, you add Haas to the category, you add Butter to the category. I got a young guy, Justin, he's amazing. But Till is the catalyst of that. It's just like our coaching staff. I don't. It's so refreshing not having to coach assistants as well.
Right, got you.
You know what I mean? Like, he already knows what I want.
Right, got you.
You know, and it just helps so much with managing my tasks. And he just gets it. He just gets it. So Till, along with the whole coaching staff, like, I think that goes into it too. Haas and Butter is from here. Like, they are truly invested in what's going on.
Right.
You know, and they're learning how to be a better coach. But for me personally, especially with them two, it's not about that. It's about their ties to the community, you know, and just molding these kids into men. I know it's a cliche, boring answer, but
that's what it is.
I hope that's what it's about.
We need more of that. You know what I'm saying? We always talk about, I remember we had the show talking about mentorship and all that, and what makes a good mentor. You know what I mean? We need more good mentors. You know what I'm saying? I know it's a thankless job at times, but it's so needed. You know what I'm saying?
Somebody got to do it.
Somebody got to do it.
Right.
You know
Somebody got to do it.
Somebody got to do it. I'm pretty sure I know the answer to this, but I'm going to let you answer it. The end goal for Kip. You know what I'm saying? For you and Kip, I should say. Like, have you thought about it, or you not even? Because I know, like you said, you're in the infancy stage with it, so you might not even be thinking that long term yet. But if you are, you know,
I mean, not really. I mean, I'm really enjoying this process. Like, as much as I possibly can, again, without letting the competitive side get the best of me. I'm really enjoying this process and enjoying seeing actual change within the kids, within the community. Like, our games be shocking me sometimes how many people come to our games.
I'll be seeing some of your posts, and you know, the Kip basketball. Make sure y'all go follow that. You know what I'm saying? Kip basketball, Instagram, and all that good stuff. And it'd be some nice crowds in there. It was a decent when we played. It was a decent crowd in there. You know what I'm saying?
For me, it just seems like it is people that really want better and want hope, regardless of how they show it. You know, black people, especially in the city, they got a weird way of showing that, you know, they do want to be a part of something, and they are hopeful. But I'm really just embracing the process, man. I think everything will take care of itself. You know, being the best that we could be in the city, being the best that we could be in South Jersey, the state. You know, I mean, that's an easy answer to say. Just trying to overcome them obstacles, but I just think when you live in the moment with these kids and you just embrace that process, like that's a really big word for me. You know, with every facet of my life, because you get overwhelmed thinking about all these little pots and not reaching your goals and things like that, and it just sometimes God don't want it for you like that.
True.
You know what I mean? What's the saying? Gotta laugh at your plans. Like, what is it? I know Tracy know all that stuff.
That's why I looked at her like,
she got it.
Like, well, we got cuz.
Look, she know it. She about to say it. She about to say it directly how you supposed to say it.
That's why I looked immediately at her like, well, we got
directly, but in a nutshell, it is, if you want to hear God laugh, tell him your plan.
So, there you go.
That's it. So that's it. My plan is to enjoy the process.
There we go. Yeah. I wanna say, you know what I'm saying, super proud of what you're doing over there. You know what I'm saying? I see it.
I watch you. I'm seeing you.
You know what I'm saying? It's like the progress.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like it's noticeable. You know what I'm saying? And if people are not telling you that you're doing a good job, and I know I'm your boy and all that, but outside of that, you're doing a great job over there. And definitely appreciate what you're doing, and definitely proud of you. And I'm definitely, you know what I'm saying? I'm glad I can take some credit for that.
Yeah, you know, they
gave some credit for that.
I was asked this morning, like,
my coaching tree.
I was asked this morning, like, who's the guest? And I was like, we're bringing Antoine Miller on. As Bird call it, he's part of his coaching.
My coaching tree.
Man, listen, I mean, every relationship that I have, even from a youngster, TRACEY letting us go into her fridge like 4 or 5 days a week. Like, you start molding these type of moments into your head, and you realize like you did have a community, and you did pick up on something from the people that did care about you growing up. And fast forward into our relationship, like I would not be this as far as a coach if I wasn't with you and I was able to go through those pitfalls and learn on the fly, and you giving me so much autonomy, you know. So I'll put that right back to y'all, man. You're a product of your experiences. So
thank you. That's what's up. We appreciate that.
Before we get out of here, you know what I'm saying? Everybody knows you know, the big game is coming up on February 12th. You know what I'm saying? Those Philadelphia Eagles versus the Kansas City Chiefs. So I'm going to go around the room. I'm going to start with our guests. I just want a quick prediction. Let's see.
I feel like you're going to pick the Chiefs.
Yeah, well,
I don't know why. That's really weird. I don't know.
For me,
I feel like you're going to pick the Chiefs.
Absolutely not.
Okay.
All right, well, you go first.
I'm going to go first.
You go
I'm
first.
not.
I don't know why
Everybody that knows that I'm a Dallas Cowboys fan. But anybody that knows me knows that I have loved Hassan since I've met him when he was in 5th grade, right? And him and my daughter are good friends. So I support hometown, right?
Okay.
I didn't like how they disrespected him, the 49ers did, by putting that second string tight end on him on the end.
Look at you.
So what I do want him to do, blow through that line and bust Patrick Mahomes' ass, because I don't pretend. His voice irritates me.
Oh, man,
I don't like Patrick Mahomes'
I shouldn't
voice.
be that way, but I feel the same.
I'm petty.
Me too.
Yeah.
So I want the Eagles to win.
Give me a score. Give me a score. We don't want some scores.
I say 32-28.
Okay. 32-28.
It's close, huh?
That's okay.
Yeah. Gonna be a close game.
Okay, 32-28.
I only foresee that because the boy can work some magic if you let him. Pat, do I think they need to be saying he's the next up-and-coming Tom Brady? Hell no.
Yeah, that's too soon.
I know that high ankle sprain, this ain't enough time to heal. I just want my nephew to get it.
32-28. What you got over there, Antoine?
28-17 Eagles.
28-17.
Yeah, it's their time. Like, and they so balanced. Yeah. And the Chiefs is just banged up too. Yeah, true. It's just they in a bad spot. But is this the wrong team for them to be going against?
I was thinking like 31-17.
I don't think it's gonna be that close.
You don't think so?
I think it's gonna be entertaining a little bit, but I don't think it's ever gonna be in question.
I got you.
Yeah.
So to quiet the naysayers, I did not pick Kansas. I will not. And
it's like
that sounds like something a Cowboys fan to do though.
Right, out of spite. Out of spite.
But my thing is, you gotta call a spade a spade. It's your time.
Yeah, true. True. They're playing well.
It's their time.
No, they're good. They're a good team.
Yeah.
The Eagles are a really good and balanced team.
Definitely.
So we'll be watching.
Definitely.
Oh, I'll definitely be watching.
Any shout outs, any wrap ups, anything you know say to the folk? I mean, you know how we do here on the Cage.
Just follow Kid Basketball and follow the progress. Basketball. You know, it's a process, man, and you know it looks beautiful in the end. It looks ugly in the beginning, but if you follow and you be patient, you know, and stop living in the microwave society, like TRACEY said, then you'll see a beautiful thing in the long run. You know, so yeah, just follow the team and just keep this thing rolling.
That's what's up. Speaking of teams, just want to give a quick shout out to my team once again. You know what I'm saying? They're still rocking and rolling, and I think it's 16-4 now. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I mentioned it on the last show.
He's showing off. Showing off.
We tried. We won the division. We locked the division up. You know what I'm saying? We only got 2 left, and we're 10-0 there, so can't nobody catch us. Got a big week this week. For those in the area, the cutoff date for the playoff seedings is next Saturday, the 11th. So you know we're currently, I believe, the 5th seed. So we're trying to win a couple games this last week here to see if we can get in that top 4. But shouts out to my West Tech Panthers. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, and a lot of that, and I got to say, a lot of success that we're having now is because of the work that Antoine put in when he was with me those years. You know what I'm saying? Like you could just the way the culture is now for the most part, and just the way we're progressing has a lot to do of a lot of the things that he instilled when he was on the staff with me. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate that, bro. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
My niece, Teller, she was like I gotta get the exact title, but she won another award out there. Basketball, she's doing her thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get. I'm coming. Tell her I am coming. I looked at your schedule and I think I found a game I can get to. You know what I'm saying? So just know Uncle Setch is coming. I will be there to see you in person. Get them buckets. You know what I'm saying? So definitely
forget about me when you
Oh yeah. Nah, I'll definitely let you know, see if you can fill your schedule. And of course, you know, always give a shout out to you, cuz, you know what I'm saying? I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you for going through this process with me. You know what I'm saying? And I definitely appreciate that. And I see the brace is not on.
Yeah, the brace is off. I'm officially starting rehab this week. It's a little sore. It kind of looks a little weird for me. I'm still got some swelling.
Okay.
I don't have full strength, but I can, can't really touch all my fingers yet. But it's coming along. Trust the process, right? Trust the process.
That's the big word of the day. I like it.
I want to just say good luck to you guys, and congratulations, Antoine, because I see you. Just know I see you. So I'm going to say this without dragging everybody down. It was a long week for me. I put up a post, and I just want us to, I'm going to just reiterate the post, and I just want us to all think about it. One of the biggest mistakes we make in life is thinking we got time. Just know that time waits for no one. So whatever it is that you think about doing, go ahead and get started. Just like this podcast was a thought that Setch had, and now we're here. Just like building a program at KIT was a thought, you put it in motion, now you're there. My thing is this. Just when you think that you can do it tomorrow is not promised. So just know you don't know how much time God is going to give you. So just cherish each moment and value it and live, love up on your folk, check up on your folk.
Right.
If you want to get started doing something, go ahead and do it, because just know time is valuable and we don't have a lot of it. Don't know how long we got.
It's true. Well, I can't
add anything.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Can't add anything to that.
Ain't nothing else to say. You know what I'm saying? Nope. Ain't nothing else to say. Well, once again, Antoine, thank you for hopping on. You know what I'm saying? Definitely appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? The lovely cousin TRACEY. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Looking lovely. Yeah, I saw your picture from the function that you posted. Looking lovely. Looking lovely as always.
So I'm going to say this. That's what happens when you drink water and mind your business.
There you go. Hey, some of you ladies, y'all need to take heed and follow that plan. You know what I'm saying? And hey, episode 84 in the books.
Yes,
Once
sir.
again, I am Sechuayo, a.k.a. Coach Bird. I'm the host of the BYRDCAGE Show, and we'll talk to you soon.
Yes, sir.
It was a stone groove, my man.